It helps to know how the Verde River was formed, how the hydrology works, and why pumping groundwater can have devastating effects on the Verde River. The story begins with ancient rocks stacked like a layer cake, the same rocks you see exposed in the Grand Canyon. Long ago, the Earth's crust began to stretch. For millions of years, a huge block of the Earth's surface gradually slid down deeper into the Earth, creating a basin or valley. The highlands surrounding the basins slowly eroded and filled the basin with sand and gravel, like an underground bathtub full of rocks and sand. As precipitation gradually seeped into the ground, it filled the spaces between the rocks with water. The water level in the bathtub slowly began to rise, creating a large underground water reservoir, an aquifer. When the Big Chino Aquifer filled with water, it began to overflow at the top, emerging at Verde Springs, the headwaters of the Verde River. The water from Verde Springs flows year-round, forming the base flow of the perennial Verde River. Historically, the amount of water flowing from Verde Springs equaled the amount of water flowing into the aquifer. The system was naturally balanced. During the 1900s, farmers settled in the Big Chino Valley and irrigated their crops with water pumped from wells. The wells and pumps captured groundwater that would naturally flow into Verde Springs and the Verde River. Over 80% of the water from Verde Springs is groundwater stored beneath the broad grasslands of the Big Chino Valley. Today, as more farms, homes, and wells are built, more groundwater is pumped, and so now 1/3 less water flows down the river. In the future, local cities propose to pump groundwater from the Big Chino Aquifer into the Prescott area to support population growth. The Big Chino Water Ranch pipeline will be only part of the problem. Future development in the Big Chino Valley will extract even more groundwater. All these wells capture groundwater naturally destined for the river. If we continue to pump groundwater, the water level in the Big Chino Aquifer will continue to drop, and the flow at Verde Springs will diminish and eventually cease. Since Verde Springs is the only source of water for the first 25 miles of the upper river, losing these springs would devastate the upper Verde, eventually transforming it into a dry wash, destroying some of the finest surviving riparian habitat in the Southwest, and degrading the entire Verde River system. When your hand is on the faucet, the choices you make, your behavior, affects your river.
Now,